Hey guys, it's Melanie and happy Wednesday. So today I have to admit I had totally different video planned, but I just couldn't get my shit together in all honesty. Normally a lot of my videos are pre-recorded as much as a week in advance. And I do that because especially during the summer months, I get really busy with my job and it's hard for me to stay on top of YouTube consistently if I do not stay on that week ahead schedule. But the last couple jobs that I've had have honestly been a lot bigger than I anticipated, and it just didn't allow me the time that I needed to continue to stay ahead. So I fell behind, and today's original skincare type video that I wanted to do, I just didn't feel like I was ready to do the video to be able to share the best information with you guys. So I'm doing something different. And hopefully by tomorrow I can sort of get myself pulled back together and work on getting my week ahead schedule again, which means I'm gonna have to record multiple videos over the next few days to get to that point. But I have a lot of frequently asked questions on my videos. I have so many videos that I have uploaded to YouTube. I think it's well over 1,000. I think it's like over 1,200 at this point. I don't even honestly know, but I have a lot of videos and I get a ton of comments every single day. It's hard for me to keep up with my comments sometimes because there's just so many from especially a lot of my older videos and now from newer videos. And so I thought I'd go ahead and just do a frequently asked questions type videos. So if you have ever wondered any of these things that are commonly asked of me, I can give you an explanation here. And if there are other questions that you maybe have, go ahead and list them down below and maybe I'll do another one of these videos in the future again. So I just figured this would be kind of an easy video for me to be able to upload today. And so we're just gonna go with this. Okay, number one most commonly asked question is, what is your channel name? Why is your channel name that? So my channel name is MrKongsMom. I started my channel well before I had a child, and before I had Stella, I still consider my pets my babies. One of my pets is Mr. Kong, who is my little black pug. If you follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, you will see Mr. Kong quite frequently. He is 10 years old now. He's just this bumbling idiot, and I love him so much. He's a giant pain in the ass. He really just is like one of those dogs that just does his own thing. We've never really been able to train him, but Craig and I have come to accept that Kong just is who he is, and we just love him for it. So we're very patient, and yeah, I adore him. I also have a cat whose name was Sophie. Her name has been changed to Chi-Chi by Stella. But Chi-Chi is still around. She is one of those really quiet cats that just kind of keeps to herself, and we snuggle when she wants to snuggle on her terms, and then the rest of the time I just, try to force myself on her with my love and kisses and hugs, and she just says no thanks. But yeah, so my channel name is MrKongsMom because I consider myself to be Mr. Kong's mom. So I've never thought of changing it to my real name or anything because this is how I started YouTube and there's no reason to change it. So is this my real hair color? Yes, this is it. I used to bleach it blonde. I started going gray when I was 25. I know that is unbelievable to some, but it's genetics. Some of us are not as fortunate as others, and we do not get to keep our real hair color forever. So I last year decided that I was tired of bleaching my hair. It was constantly dry, it was constantly damaged, it didn't feel good, it didn't look that great, and I just gave up. I let it grow. I went to my hairdresser and I talked about what I wanted, and she helped me with the transition to going completely gray, and it worked out great. So now, a little over a year later, I have all of my own color. This is This is it. There is still a little bit of blonde in here. I am a natural blonde. I was born a blonde. If you've seen Stella, there's the evidence there. But I definitely, you know, the blonde that I had before was fake. You can still see a little bit of blonde within my hair, but for the most part, it is salt and pepper. If you have seen my mom ever, same hair. If you've seen my Oma, same hair. Come from a long line of salt and pepper gray hair, and it just is what it is, and I'm going with it, and I love it. I don't think it makes me look old necessarily. Even if it did, I wouldn't care because my hair feels amazing now, you guys. My hair is soft. It is still shiny. It feels amazing. I don't have the expense of coloring it all the time. I don't have the damage of coloring it all the time. I love it. So, yes, this is real. Where's my necklace from? I get this all the time. This is a Stella and Dot piece. That was a gift from my friend Stephanie over at Flourish XO. Stephanie and I are what I guess you could call YouTube besties. She has a channel. I will link it down below. I adore her. She is honestly, we talk every single day. There is rarely a day that goes by that I do not talk to Stephanie, and one of the most beautiful gifts that she's ever given me is this necklace. It does say Stella on it, and if you are in Canada and are looking for a Stella and Dot stylist, talk to Stephanie because she sells Stella and Dot, and she sent this to me for my birthday. I think it was the year before last. But I've worn it every single day since, and I love it. It's my favorite piece of jewelry besides my wedding ring, which, no, I do not wear all the time because it's an expensive ring, and I'm always worried about losing it or damaging the center stone. I know that's crazy, but I wear it when we go out with friends or to dinner or on a date or whatever. But most of the time, if I'm just at home, I don't wear my wedding ring. But besides my wedding ring, this is my favorite piece of jewelry, and I love it. So it is a Stella and Dot piece, and it says Stella because that's my daughter's name. How old am I? I am 37. I was born in 1978. I'm 37. I don't mind being my age. I have found that I am a lot more confident at this point in my life, and I'm taking better care of myself now than I ever have before, and just really, I'm so happy with where I'm at. I don't mind getting older. I do fight it in terms of like signs of like aging, but you know, I do what I can. Botox in the future is not out of the picture or out of the realm of possibility, but I don't intend to be one of those people that like, you know, does a bunch of work to themselves. I intend to take really good care of my skin, and that's why I spend a lot more money on skincare now than I do on makeup. And that's what works for me right now. Do you have any skincare routine videos? I get this question a lot. I have a ton of skincare routine videos, you guys. My skincare routine changes constantly though. I am constantly trying new products, especially anti-aging products at this point in my life. I could probably do a new skincare video every like 3 to 4 months, in all honesty. And I might just start doing that because as I find new items, I incorporate them into the routine. Some things I retire out of the routine, not because they don't work anymore, but just because I get bored easily and I love reviewing things. So yeah, it's really important to me to keep up with changing trends when it comes to skincare and to just be really diligent about it. So yes, I have a lot of skincare videos. I should probably just make an enormous playlist, in all honesty. One of the things I am going to get into is just doing quick videos with quick reviews on the individual skincare products that I have, because a lot of times I get questions about individual products and I want to be able to send people to like a video about Paula's Choice BHA 9 or the, you know, Alpha Hydrox 14% AHA serum. You know, like I just want to be able to say, here, go to this video right here. This will answer all of the questions that you might have, because I get a ton of skincare questions, in all honesty. So Yes, I have a lot of videos already, and I'm planning on making a playlist, and I'm planning on doing more individual reviews to give you guys more in-depth information. Also, a lot of you guys have recommended Stephanie Nicole to me because of her really great in-depth reviews. I've been subscribed to her for several months now. I do watch her videos. I do find her to be insanely helpful. So if you're not subscribed to Stephanie Nicole, I will link her channel down below. She has more of a chemistry background, and so she definitely does a lot more like in-depth reviews. I just talk more like surface level stuff in my videos and what my experience has been, because, you know, I have a very specific skin type, and I find that there's not a lot of people on YouTube who talk about my specific skin type, which is crazy oily, and like, you know, I need to get into like the anti-aging realm of things. So I kind of approach things a little bit differently. And I hear Stella yelling at me. Hang on one second. All right, sorry about that. We had a snack crisis, but crisis averted. Kids, right? She is content with the goldfish crackers and organic applesauce, and we're good. All right, so yeah, skincare, that has been addressed. What do you do for work? What's your job? I own my own business. I'm lucky enough to be able to work from home. My background, my degree is in social work. I did social work for 7 years, and then I was like, F this. It takes a very special person to be a social worker for a long period of time. I'm not that person. I did it as long as I could, and just found it to be an extremely frustrating field to be in for myself personally, because I could not separate myself from my job. So I changed my entire focus. While I was doing social work, I actually started a wedding planning company with a friend. That wedding planning company became very successful, and within that company, I sort of found my calling in making floral arrangements. It started out as just I can't actually hire a florist, but I want nice flowers. Can you do this for me? And me just saying, all right. So that's literally how it started. Like, we had clients that could not afford a florist, and I wanted them to have a good wedding day, a beautiful wedding day, a wedding day that everybody deserves. And I just started learning everything I could about floral care, processing flowers, arranging them. I started taking a couple of courses. I started watching YouTube videos. I read books, and I just taught myself. I did not attend a floral academy or anything like that. And many years later, I am now doing it full time. I walked away from the wedding planning part of the company. I handed that over to my friend, and she's running that exclusively now. And I kept the floral end of the business, and I'm running that exclusively now. And a lot of times we still work together, which is great, because we understand each other. I think it's very important to have a wedding planner or a coordinator, especially for the day of. And we just work really well together like that. So there were no hard feelings in the parting of, you know, the two parts of the business. You know, she is able to grow the company the way that she wants to, and I'm able to keep things kind of small and workable for myself. You know, having a child it's a huge commitment. I chose to stay home with Stella because that's what worked for our family, and that's what I wanted. But I also want to work. I like working. I like what I do. I love what I do, and I get a lot of satisfaction out of it, and it's not easy. And it can be really time consuming. It is a lot of work packed into a short amount of time. Not only like when I'm actually doing the flowers, but like season wise. A lot of my weddings are in the spring and summer, and then the rest of the year, it's way more laid back. You know, maybe I'll do like a couple weddings in the fall, a couple in the winter, and that's it. And then spring and summer hits, and I'll do like 30 weddings during that time frame. So I really like what I do because I get to like make my own schedule, and I'm able to be with Stella a lot, which is something that I've always wanted. So it works out great. How did you get started as a florist? I think I kind of talked about that a little bit. It was just out of like, being asked to do things. And being a wedding planner, I saw a lot of floral arrangements that made me go, what is this? And, the bride would be like, what is this? Fix it. So I would have to go back in and rearrange things and just make them prettier. It's hard to go wrong with flowers, but sometimes I've had some flowers delivered as a wedding planner that made me go, whoa, this is A, not what the bride ordered, B, she's gonna hate this. We gotta fix it. So that's kind of how I got started. And yeah, people have asked me to make videos about floral arrangements and things like that. Honestly, that's probably not going to be something that I'm going to do on my channel, because I already have two very distinct focuses for this channel, which is like the makeup and then the home fragrance stuff on the weekends. I just don't want to bring a bunch of extra stuff into it. I show a lot of my floral arrangements on my Instagram, so if you're curious about seeing what I do, follow me on Instagram. I show a lot of stuff on Snapchat as well. And just quite honestly, I don't have the editing skills. I don't have the camera equipment to be able to do this in a way that I think would be useful for you guys anyway. But there are lots of other channels on YouTube that teach you how to put together floral arrangements. And, if you have a natural knack for it, you pick it up. So anyway, so there's that. Why don't I vlog more often? This is something that I get a lot. A lot of people ask me to put Stella in a lot more of my videos, and I do from time to time. I don't want to overexpose Stella though. She's very sweet, and she does like to be in front of the camera. She really does, but I don't want to overexpose her. I will do Vlogmas most years, and sometimes like if I go, like we're going on vacation in a few weeks, I'll probably vlog a little bit on our vacation and upload that footage while I'm gone. But I'm not typically like a vlogging type person. It's time consuming to do. One, like picking up the camera and like, that in and of itself can be difficult to like remember to do, and to record like, meaningful things, like to have to remember to like go grab the camera. Like it's just, it's not something that I personally like naturally gravitate towards doing. I think there are some people that were born vloggers, probably not me. But I don't mind sharing things every now and then, which is why I do Vlogmas, and I have a good time with that, and I love sharing Stella with you guys that way. But I don't think I would ever make it like an everyday kind of thing. I think there's also a lot of crazy judgment that comes along with that, and I'm not open to having people tell me what I'm doing right or what I'm doing wrong with my parenting, because I do what works for me. And for me, parenting is one of those things where I'm like, live and let live. If you're not abusing your child and you are raising a somewhat well-rounded normal person, do what you do. But the few times that I have, uploaded vlogs and I have left the comments open, there have been discussions and things, and it's just, which is why if I do ever upload a vlog, the comments are disabled and the thumbs up, thumbs down are disabled, because that's just not an area where I'm open to feedback from people. I'm open to feedback from my mom when it comes to parenting, or my mother-in-law when it comes to parenting, or Craig, or maybe like my best friends, but not like people that don't know me or know what our life is like. So yeah. And then the last one is, why do I bounce around? You guys might notice. A lot of times I bounce around because I sit on an exercise ball. Good old Bessie here has been with me through most of my channel life, and until she pops from old age or wear and tear, this is what I'm going to keep sitting on. I love it. It's super comfortable for me, and yeah, I'm sorry if it's obnoxious sometimes, but I try to be very careful to not like move around too much or bounce around too much, but I'm sure I do sometimes. So anyway, that is it for now. If you have any questions, like I said earlier, that I maybe didn't answer, that you're super curious about, definitely leave them down below, and I would be happy to do this again in the future, like I said. But anyway, hopefully this was informational and helpful in some kind of way and maybe answered some questions for you. And I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully with a regular beauty video if I can get myself together. Here's hoping I can get back on this week ahead schedule because, yeah, YouTube can be difficult to keep up with, especially during the spring and summer months for me. So yeah, I like having my schedule. Works best for me. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for supporting my channel and watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.